Hello friends, good afternoon all of you, and let's start. Okay, so again we are back. So I welcome all you people for this session, which will be for CIP. So the being students of third year ENTC, so far you people are doing whatever you people have done, and we are going to do next will be related for CIP. So all you people need to take our own responsibility for just checking how we can improve our communication. Okay, so I'll not explain much what communication is and what all other things here, but all you people need to ensure that whether we are improving it, because maybe soon you people are going to become part of number of activities, placement activities, and so therefore uh, all should be on your toes, all should be conscious, all should be ready to meet the changes that you people are expecting, to be the part of professional life, to start your career, and there shouldn't be a barrier, and that barrier of language, that barrier of communication, barrier of English language, because all we people are preparing ourselves on the front of technical skills, but as far as soft skills are concerned, we people somewhere feel that I'm not good in communication, or we people feel like this, that English is a tough language, and somewhere at the back of mind, our confidence is not that much. So, which prevents us from communicating. It may not be the case. It may not be the reality also. But still, we people feel that I cannot speak English. I cannot express my thoughts and ideas. But I feel that we people have sufficient information, content, or input to communicate in English, because from our first standard, we people have been studying English, and even today also we people have been studying so many things in English. So definitely, I feel that we people are with all things with us. Everything what requires to communicate in English is with us, but it is just matter of practice, which we people I feel that we are lacking it. I expect that all you people are just maybe doing it on a regular basis, but still, I think that voice is not audible. Is it? Is it so? Is it audible right now? Is it okay? Someone just reply me.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, all right. Fine. So in first session today itself, in this third year, we people will just try to again realize. I know that all you people know why we people have to learn English and what is its importance, but until and unless we people are clear with goals or intention or objective, we people will not do it. And it is applicable for everything. Whatever you people are doing, you should be clear with your goal. So ask yourself, why have I chosen engineering? So you should be clear with your goal. Then again, you need to ask, why did I choose electronics? You should be clear with the goal. And now you people can ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? If you get answer, I'm sure that you people will do it on your own. Otherwise, it is going to be simply a forceful activity, because I am here to just deal with CIP, and you people are there because you people have to attend the classes, and you people have to ensure your attendance. Otherwise, the teachers may call you, or your parents see that you're not attending class, your attendance is very less. These shouldn't be the reasons. Okay, so you should ask yourself clearly, why do I want to learn English? And you should be ready with your answers, and that will be your objective, that will be your intention, that will be your aim, that why do I want to learn English. And if it is clear to you, then of course the whatever the efforts you are going to take, that will not be efforts at all. In fact, you will be enjoying your learning English, and you will not be bothered about making mistakes, and you people will not be just thinking that English is quite tough language and I should avoid communicating in English, because so far, it is not your problem. The problem of all majority of students is that they understand that English is important for them. They understand that it is expected to communicate in English at workplace, In interview, in group discussions, it is required, but still they don't start because they're not clear with their goals. So all you people, be clear with your goals. And in today's first session, I'll just try to explain, or I will just try to realize that we people have to learn English. It is important, and why we people can, how we people can do it, why we people have to do it. Okay, so with this, I will share the screen. Just 1 minute. Okay, fine. So someone just let me know if the screen is visible, if the screen is okay. Everything is fine? Voice and screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Rishikesh. So let's try to understand that, let's try to understand the importance of learning English. So far, you people have been studying in third year of your engineering. So third year is nothing, but in fact, you people are about to start your career. I will say you are about to, or you are on the threshold of your career. And so it is important that all you people should be conversant in English communication. You should be able to ask information, whatever information which is required for your learning, you should be able to ask it, or you should be able to give the information. If people are asking, then also you people should be able to give that information also. So therefore, that language shouldn't be a barrier for you. And if language is not barrier for you, I'm sure that all you people have studied technical skills, and you people are able to use it. You people are able to give information to other people, and you're able to seek information as well. Okay, so let's try to go to the next slide here. And it says, in today's world, multilingualism is becoming more and more important. First of all, I'll not talk only for English. These days, multilingualism is going to become again important for we people. So only English, that is common today. But with English, if you're able to communicate in German, French, or Japanese, or any other languages, that is going to be additional beneficial for your career. But let's think about it. If people can learn other languages also, foreign languages also, or in fact, if you consider the scenario like Indian culture, where a child usually speaks minimum 3 languages. So in our case, we people know Marathi or Hindi and English. These 3 language formula we people have been implemented in our education system. So minimum 3 languages we all people know. But if you want to go abroad, and there are lots of opportunities, then you people can try to learn other languages like French, German, Japanese, and other languages, okay, which are foreign languages. And that is also possible, because if you know English, I'm sure that you can learn Japanese also, you can learn German also, you can learn any other languages also, because these all languages will be learned in conjunction with this English language. So therefore, learning foreign languages is also quite simple if you are conversant in English, and that is important for you and your career. So dream big, think big, that don't think like that somehow I'm going to complete my graduation and I may be looking for a job. If it is okay, then it is okay. If I did not get, that is okay. It is not like that. All you people have bright future, good opportunities for all of you. And so everybody can get an opportunity to go abroad. So I feel that you should just take it positively. Make yourself be ready that if you get a chance to go abroad for working purpose, I'm sure that there is no barrier of this language. So in addition to opening up employment opportunities, being able to speak a foreign language helps to make a real connection with people and to know more about diverse cultures, places, and lifestyles. So what is that career at all, what is doing a job at all. So it is something like that you people are looking for employment opportunities. So some initially our wish is what, that somehow I should get a job, I should get a offer letter, I should get placed in one company, only one company we are expecting. But I would like to tell you that you should not bother much about your initial joining, because if you are good in communication, if you are good in technical knowledge, I'm sure that it is not one offer letter, but there are students who are having 3 4 offer letters in their hands, and then they have choice whether they should join this, that, or these. So which company they want to join, there should be option with them. It shouldn't be like this, that somehow with struggle they could manage to get into selected into one company, and it is quite difficult to deal with that company only. Okay, so it should not be like this. Being able to speak a foreign language helps to make a real connection with people, and so you can come across with diverse cultures. Diverse cultures is number of people who are from different backgrounds, cultural backgrounds. Some so imagine a company you're working with, multinational company. So someone is from Thailand, someone is from Japan, someone is from England, someone is from other nations, and you are together there and you are going to communicate. So your communication, your language is going to matter there, and you are going to understand their cultures also, their maybe some particular themes and concepts which are there in particular culture only. Like in our Indian culture, you'll come to know there are some communication or concepts which only Indian people can understand, not other people. So that can be understood if you are good in English. Then places and lifestyles, this will be additionally your advantages if you are going to use English. The more proficient you are, the better you can express yourself. So that is the fact. When we do a job, it means what do we do? We are just expressing our thoughts and ideas. Okay. So if you're proficient, if you're conversant, if you're good in English, it means that you can express your thoughts. Whatever the knowledge you have, whatever you have studied, what are your experiences, you can share it with other people, your colleagues, your seniors, and immediately people can get responses from those people, and these people can react. They will appreciate you, they will just suggest you, they will correct you, they will just cooperate with you, and that is going to be a new experience for you with English language. Okay, so English language is the third most widely spoken language in the world, and English is widely spoken and taught in over 118 countries. Not only native speakers of English, but the country like India, where people are just taught English. So similar, there are other countries where English is widely spoken, taught, used for number of reasons. In India, you can consider English is the language, or you can call it associate language of official language. So regional languages like maybe Hindi. So in case of Maharashtra, we people have Marathi and English. So if you go into other states, their native language and English will be the language of ruling language of the office. And it is also commonly used around the world as a trade language or diplomatic language. Apart from this, you people can think of business. Okay, so that is where we people are concerned with. Being a graduate, being an engineer, you people are going to deal with business, you are going to deal with jobs, you are going to deal with trade, and so therefore your English, how do you communicate, that is going to matter. So therefore you people just try to work on these things, that you're going to use English as far as your job, your business, your trade, your commerce, and that diplomatic language. So what do you mean by diplomatic language? The language which is used for deciding policies, give and take, business, transactions, deals. So that will be the diplomatic language. So it is the language of science, aviation, computers, diplomacy, and tourism. So already we all people know that what you people have been studying science, that is in English. Then aviation, if you wanted to fly with maybe number of companies like maybe Air India and maybe abroad, and number of companies, foreign companies are also which are in aviation, you'll come to know the language which is used for communication in aviation, that is also English. Computers, all you people are studying it, so you know it better, that language used in computers and programs, and for learning your academics, that is English. Diplomacy, already people have discussed about deciding foreign policies and number of decisions, taking decisions at government and international level, that will be English. Tourism, if you wanted to go for Thailand, Mauritius, and number of places for the purpose of tourism, you'll come to know that local languages may not help you much, but English is going to help you a lot. You can immediately get connected with local people there if you are having good English and your communication. Okay. Apart from that, this language is used for international communication, media, and internet. So again, this is another advantage that you people will get. So you'll come to know international communication. Already I have told you that if you're going to work with multinational companies, you'll come to know that people who are working with you, they're not going to from your same background, maybe not from the same your class, college, or area. They are going to be someone from maybe south of India, north of India, someone from other nations abroad, and you people are going to have communication with them. So therefore international communication you people should have, and it is possible if you are just getting it, if you are clear with the ideas, understandings, then only you people are going to understand it. Otherwise you people are going to face a lot of problem to deal with international communication, because simply you people are going to understand one person, but if the person is from having different cultural background, you're going to face difficulties to communicate with, and that is going to happen initially. You can able to understand that person later on. Media and internet, so you'll come to know that as far as social media is concerned, you people have option to use local languages in social media, in Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, you people can use. But if you wanted to get connected globally, I'm sure that English is going to help you to use your social media. You can immediately get connected with the people around the world on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and whatnot. All social media you people can use English. Internet, mostly you'll come to know all quality content is available on internet in English only. So you people may have again here regional languages also, but I will say that maximum content, useful content, quality content will be available on internet in English. Okay, so whether it is for professional or personal reasons, understanding the importance of English will help you to reach your goals. So don't consider whether I'm going to do job. There might be some students, they may think that I'm not going to do job. Why should I do the job? I wanted to do my own business, and I wanted to do my own maybe agriculture and farming, and my family businesses there. So why should I bother about English? So it is not about always job or professional, but it may be for your personal reasons also, that people might need to improve yourself with communication with English, and that will help you to reach your goals. Whatever your goals may be, maybe doing business, maybe doing starting your own startups, or some short or small scale, medium scale, or whatever it may be. There also you people can take your business to national and international levels if you are clear with your communications. Okay, so if you wanted to improve English, already we people have discussed so many times. In short, I'm just going to give you a brief idea about this LSRW. So in improving your English, the people need to focus, give some time, give some better insights for listening skills. So when you listen English, it improves the imagination and vocabulary of learning. So how does it improve your imagination? Right now, you people all are listening to me. So you people are trying to catch my words, and based on those words, you are developing your imagination. So imagination will be help improved. You can think in different ways when you people are listening. Another is vocabulary. When you're paying attention, close attention, concentration, that time you'll come to know different vocabulary, different words you are going to listen, which maybe you people have listened earlier, or sometimes these words may be new to you, and you people are trying to guess their meaning. You're trying to understand the meaning of all those words in your own context. So listening will improve your imagination and vocabulary. While listening, we used to visualize the scene and memorize in our memory. So sometimes right now people are just, again, I always speak of business, international or cultural backgrounds, and I'm just using different kinds of words, and you people are getting some context. And what you people are doing, you are just visualizing, you are just having a vision in front of your eyes. You're imagining a scene that you're working with number of employees who are your colleagues, or maybe you are working in multinational company. So what you're doing here, your imagination is getting strengthened here. You're visualizing the scene and you're trying to memorize what I will communicate, how do I will communicate, what I will say, and what information I will seek, or what information I will give. These kind of things will be going on in your thinking. So your thinking immediately starts, and that should start in English also. So listening is important as far as you wanted to improve your uh, any language, not only English, but any language. Then speaking skills, all you people need to uh, work on this. When a learner speaks, he gets to know his mistakes and he can improve it further. All you people can relate your own experiences of your speaking skills. So all you people try to speak English, but we are not able to speak it accurately. There are a lot of mistakes that we people are making, but that is okay. That is natural, and that is normal to make mistakes in communication, in oral communication. When you are trying to speak, and if you think that your English is not okay, and so you are hesitating, you are shy, that is not okay. You just begin with your broken English, think of what you can say, how you can say, and then you'll realize that there are some mistakes that I have made, but mistakes are common. You'll come to know that there are so many people who learn from their own mistakes and mistakes of other people also. So we can also learn from our own mistakes, and we can listen to other people. We can analyze their mistakes and we can learn from them. So I would like to tell you people that even today, as I'm speaking with you people, I may make some of the mistakes, but at this stage my mistakes may be minor mistakes, and nobody will pay attention to minor mistakes. Same can happen with you also. So if you think that you are making mistakes, that is okay. You shouldn't pay much attention to your own mistakes. Content is important. What you are saying, that is important. The words you are using, that is important. But if a little here and there with grammar, with tense, with maybe structures, so that is okay. But at later stage, when you wanted to bring fluency and accuracy, that time you can eliminate those mistakes. But as you people are going to begin, that is okay to begin with broken English, and I welcome all you people to begin with your broken English. Okay, so all you people should start communicating in English with mistakes, and later on you people will try to improve those mistakes. And that is the method. That is, there is no any way, or there is no one who can just think like this. Now I'm making some mistakes. Okay, so I will learn English for 6 months, and after 6 months I will start speaking English fluently without making mistakes. So that is not going to happen anytime, or it does not happen with anybody. Because when I started speaking English, I clearly remember that I was also having a lot of fear and a lot of mistakes I used to make. But with practice, with a lot of reading and listening and speaking, I started eliminating those mistakes, and now I can speak it for hours, I can speak it for days also. So same can happen with you also. Right now you people are having fear. Right now you people are thinking that I cannot speak English. But if you start somewhere, beginning is very important. Somewhere you need to start with your broken English, and once you started, you'll come to know initially you are struggling to speak for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but with practice you'll come to know that afterwards you can speak for hours, for days also, for entire day also you people can continue speaking in English. So that is the power of just practice. So you need to start practicing. Okay, then we people will think about reading and writing. So reading a book or a passage helps in improving the vocabulary and concentration of a learner. So that is very important. While you're reading, you people need to pay attention to the words, what you people are reading it. And then your concentration is also very important, because what happens number of times, many students, they say to me that they're able to read it continuously and fluently also, but they did not understand a single word, or sometimes they fail to understand. It is because of the lack of concentration. So you need to pay close attention to the words and sentences that you people are reading, and you just try to pay attention to the vocabulary also. So you people just spend some time for reading also. And then we'll talk about writing skills also. So when we write, we get to know what we are writing, and then uh, do we know the spelling of all words. So that is important for writing. All you people have to think about the content, what you people are going to write, and spelling, grammar, punctuation, etc. You have to be clear when you people are going to write. So all you people just think about how you can use some time for these 4 skills, LSRW, and just try to improve every day with some listening, some speaking, some reading and writing. Maximum out of that, I would like to give focus on that listening and speaking. Okay, so all you people think what you can do in this respect. If a student masters these four skills, then his English will automatically improve and gain confidence in presenting his skills. So there is no any secret, there is no any formula, there is no any kind of, let's say that there are few people who are just able to communicate English like anything and I'm still struggling. But the open secret is that you people have to work on your LSRW skills. And once you started working on your LSRW, I'm sure that automatically you need not to do much separate efforts or a lot of drudgery is not required to improve your English communication. Because once you're working with that LSRW, I'm sure that your confidence will go high. Your ability to express thoughts and ideas will go at next level, and you'll start presenting all the thoughts and ideas which are there in your mind. Okay, then we people will try to think about that why learning English language is important. Already people have discussed, but apart from that, you people need to think about the perfect communication. Purpose of learning English, first purpose should be that you wanted to do perfect communication. So what do I mean by perfect communication, or what you people need to understand from effective communication is that at number of situations we people are doing communication, and at workplace the people are expected to follow the instructions which are given to you, and accordingly people have to do the work. So suppose that if your seniors, if your team leader, if your manager has given you certain instructions, and you are able to follow that, so that is perfect communication. But in some cases your boss gave you some instructions and you did not understand exactly what is to be done. You did not understand what instructions you have to follow, and on your guess, or you try to assume that boss might have said something like this, so I will do in this way, and you did somewhat or somehow, and which was not right, which may be a wrong uh, work activity, and it may result into loss also. Because here problem is not that you didn't know how to do, you know how to do it, but problem is with understanding that you did not understand exactly how to do a particular work, and because of that it resulted into loss, it resulted into your poor impression. So that should not happen. So for perfect communication we people have to improve our English communication. So it is important to speak effectively. People get impressed by those who have good communication skills. So people can observe those people who are around you, who can communicate in English, who can express their thoughts and ideas without much trouble. You'll come to know that these people can impress other people. They can create their impression, and they can just complete their own tasks also. Okay. Second thing, when you people are able to communicate in English, you people get confidence. So confidence is very important. At the time of interview and group discussion, you'll come to know that there are so many students, they know, they have knowledge, but because of just lack of confidence, they're not able to perform well in interview. So if you're clear with your English, if you're clear with your thoughts, if you're able to express what your thoughts which are coming to your mind, I'm sure that your confidence will be high and you're able to answer the questions. Even there could be tough questions also, which you don't know answers. Even then also you will feel high. Your heart will say that yes, I can do best. Okay, so you will get confidence. If you own good communication skills, then your confidence will automatically be high. So already people have talked about that. Achieve your goals early. So how it will help you to achieve your goals early? Because you're clear what is told to you, what is expected from you, that is clear to you, and accordingly you are working. So therefore your goals will be achieved quickly. So effective English language skills helps you to meet your career goals quickly, whatever it may be. It is not just getting a job. You are going to get job easily, but after getting a job also you people are going to perform well, you are doing well there, and you are going to achieve your goals. Understand, there are certain goals of organization and there are certain goals of your own. So you need to understand what are your career goals and how you are going to achieve. And when you are going to achieve your goals, you are going to achieve organizational goals also. Okay. So therefore you people are going to understand that also. The next is when you people just communicate in English, it is going to be effective personality. When we speak effectively and with confidence, anyone can get impressed. So you people get a chance to impress your interviewer, and the in GD that you people can impress people by expressing your thoughts, by presenting the knowledge, by presenting facts and ideas, by presenting your emotions, etc. You people can impress other people. So it is all about how you organize your thoughts, how you just express them, and how do you use words and sentences. So this way you people can impress other people. In part of global community, if you know English, you are able to communicate in English, you are going to be part of global community. You are able to communicate with any of the persons from any of the corner of the world. You can get connected and you can talk with them, you can communicate with them. So English language is part of the global world. So if anyone knows good English, then one can interact with others without hesitation, without fear, without any problem and difficulty. And very important, all you people need to understand this, that multiple career prospects, multiple career opportunities will be there for you when you people are good with English. Try to understand this. Okay. So those students who are let's say better in communication, these people are not bothered about getting a job. Okay, in fact they have lots of opportunities. I have already told you there are some students, they get 3-4 offer letters and then they have a choice whether I wanted to join Wipro, Accenture, this one, TCS, whatever number of companies. You people just try to decide which are your dream companies and what is your dream job and how you people can reach there. So multiple career prospects, opportunities will be there. A person possessing effective communication skills have more career opportunities than others. So how you can develop, how you can get those opportunities? By improving your English communication. Then we people will try to understand how we people can improve English. Okay, so first of all, learn 10 new words on daily basis. Here minimum 10, maximum you people can 20, 25, whatever, but it should not be separate words. Huh? Remember, you people need to learn words in context. What I mean by learning words in context, suppose that there is one word which is a family and you don't know the word family. So you shouldn't go just to the dictionary and trying to find out the word of meaning of that family and you are just trying to remember it. This way you are going to forget soon. But if the word family, if it is going to come into one sentence, one paragraph, or in somewhere, that time you are going to understand its meaning in better way. So learn a new words, maximum new words, but they should be into context. Don't read dictionary entries. You should read it into context. It should be into sentence. It should be into passage. It should be into any kind of situation that you try to learn that word and try to use it in your own sentences. Okay, so if the sentence is like this, then you're using this word into your own sentences. This way you people will remember that word for a longer period of time. So learn a new vocabulary on daily basis. It is not just for 1 or 2 days, for 1 week or 1 month, but you should have one rough book where you people are always writing few words daily and trying to find out their meanings. Again, remember, when you are just trying to find out meanings, you people have to refer to the dictionary, which is English to English. Okay, don't use English to Marathi, English to Hindi, something like this. You have to use English to English. And if you fail to understand the meaning of English to English, then you can refer English, Marathi, or your mother tongue, whatever it may be. That is going to help you. Don't use English to Marathi. Don't use regional dictionaries. Okay. The next is try to speak in English with friends and family members. Very important that only key, only short span, only maybe in few days, if you wanted to learn English, then you people have to follow this tip, that speak English with friends and family members. So in case of family members, I can understand that we all are from rural background and in our family, there is no scope for talking with our family members. But all our classmates are our family members. Consider them like this and just try to talk with them. Every day you should spend maximum time, ask them what lecture you are attending, how you are doing your study, and so many questions you people can have interaction with each other. So friends are only going to help you to improve your English. If you're reading a lot, you're going to understand it. If you're going to listen a lot, you're going to understand it. But as far as your oral communication is concerned, your friends are very useful, and they're going to help you for improve your English. Okay, so communicate with your friends. Nobody will try to make fun of our friends if they are just lacking, if they are not able to speak properly. Here we are just to encourage them, here we are to just help them, but not to make fun of them. If you are going to make fun of them, they are going to get discouraged, or they are maybe confidence level may go down if you're making fun of them. So don't make fun of your friends. We are all at same state, same level. We are all learners, we are all our students, and we need to encourage each other, we need to help each other, we need to motivate each other for learning English, for communicating in English. Okay. Next, you people can make list of daily use items in English. So for example, I have told you your day-to-day English is very important, that what you do, when do you wake up at maybe morning, and then what you do, your daily routines, and your way of studying, and the number of people that you meet on daily basis, what do you do with them, what do you ask them, what do you give them. Just try to make list of all those things and try to fetch some vocabulary, try to just collect some words which can describe your daily routines, and you're able to use it on a regular basis, because daily practice is required. If you're doing it for one day, if you're doing it for today only, you may be happy, but afterwards you're going to have some break, or you're going to have some gap in your activity. Then again you need to start from the beginning. So there should not be a gap. Every day you just try to do something for your day-to-day activities. The next thing, again very important, watch English news channels, movies, serials, etc., and try to understand them. So when you people are getting free time, I'm not saying that you people have to take deliberate time of your studies. You should not spend your time of studies for watching movies or news channels or serials, etc. But when you're tired of watching, if you're tired of, let's say, studying for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it may be, and then you think that now you need to have some entertainment, so don't go for comedy videos, or don't go for any kind of regional language videos, but you can watch some news channels, English news channels, movies, serials, etc., and try to understand what the characters, what the people they're trying to say. By listening them, by paying attention, by paying close attention, you can just try to understand. Then next is for reading. Read English magazines, newspapers, novels, etc. The word you find tough, underline and find its meaning in the dictionary. So that is the common practice that you people have to do, that you people can do for improving your English. And if you're following these steps, I'm sure that you people within short span, maybe whatever you do so far, uh, you might have taken efforts, that is okay. If you did not do anything so far, but if you're ready to do it from today onwards, I'm sure that you people can get a lot of confidence, and within maybe 1 week you people can feel that yes, I can communicate in English. And might be at the end of this semester, by the end of this year, you people will be ready to face interviews, group discussions, and whatever the situations you people are expected to do communication in English. Participate in group discussions. This will give you confidence. Number of revisions, number of activities you people need to do. For group discussions, we people will try to have group discussions. Number of in previous sessions also people have done. Next also people will try to do number of such group discussions for you people, because this is the only first lecture only I'm just going to communicate. Otherwise, it is you people who are going to talk, not I. Okay, so in today's class, maybe I'm only speaking, but next onwards, you people are going to get number of such situations where you people are going to have group discussions and your own communication. Okay, try to make notes on daily basis or start writing diary. Very important. I will suggest all you people try to write a diary every day. Write down what you people have done and what you wanted to do, your good experiences and your friendships, and some maybe some incidences. You just try to note it down in diary. That will help you to express your thoughts, and then you can communicate it also. Practice speaking skills for 5 minutes daily in front of the mirror. If you do not get a chance to communicate with your friends, so if you feel shy, nervous to communicate in front of your friends, you can follow this, that for 5 minutes you people can stand in front of mirror and try to communicate in loud voice. Practice grammar exercises of noun, verbs, adverbs, idioms, tenses, etc. That is also important because grammar will give you a clear idea how you can bring fluency, how you can eliminate your mistakes with the help of that grammar exercises. So every day some exercises on noun, pronoun, verbs, adverbs, idioms, and voice that will help you, and that will help you to face some of the competitive exams also. Okay, start thinking in English and write stories to improve both speaking and writing skills. Okay, very important. Don't try to translate from your mother tongue to English. Immediately start thinking in English. Right now I'm attending the class. After lecture there is lunch break. After lunch break I'm going to have my lunch with my family members. After lunch again the lecture will start at maybe 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and next lecture is of this subject. Then after attending these lectures I'm going to study for 1 hour, and in the evening I'm going to play cricket for 1 hour, something like this. You start thinking your own uh, activities. Okay, so that will help you a lot, but don't try to translate. Okay, so translation may make some of the mistakes, so don't go for translation. Start thinking in English and practice for speaking and writing as well. Never feel shy while speaking. No one is perfect. One can learn only by speaking. Okay, so as I already told you, maybe there are some candidates who are confident and they can try, they can speak. I have seen from your class number of candidates who are just speaking very nice, but there are very other students also who have never come ahead because they simply think that my communication is not good. They are shy, they're nervous, they feel fear, and they don't talk. So never feel shy, never feel nervous, because it is our own class and in front of our friends we should not feel shy talking in English. Okay, and remember, no one is perfect in this world. Okay, even not the experts also. Once they were the beginners with a lot of mistakes, they have become expert today, they have become perfect today. So if you want to become perfect, you need to start with your broken English, you need to start with your mistakes. One can learn only by speaking. So learning English communication is only by speaking only. I cannot teach you, I am here just facilitating you. I cannot teach you to speak English. It is only you people who can start speaking English and you can learn English. Make friends who are speaking English. It will help you a lot learning English language skills. That is, I already told you, it is only friends and you who can come together, who can discuss a lot many things. You can talk about movies, you can talk about fashion, you can talk about politics, you can talk about, let's say, music, you can talk about number of things, books and studies, and number of topics you people come together and discuss. So when we friends come together, we people gossip for a number of time, for maybe let's say 1 hour, 2 hour, with number of topics. So same topics you people try to continue in English, and that is going to help you a lot. Soon we people are expecting to meet personally, physically. So that time I'm happy that we people will have lots of activities in person, and we people are going to mm, improve a lot on front of English activities as far as communication is concerned. Okay, so with this initial lecture, that was just for realizing that what you people should do. I'm going to take a pause here. Uh, I know that I made it one-way communication only. I did not give chance to you people, but still, maybe from next onwards, you people are going to have lots of activities, and you people will just continue for improving your English communication. Okay. So we are going to stop here. We'll take attendance and we will stop here. So first of all you people just follow one common format for marking your name into the participants. So I can see Vijay Bhosle, you just rename yourself. I can see that all the students, they're having this common format. First of all, they're having TY. So all you people can follow this. Then there is underscore, then division A, then underscore, then 2-digit roll number will be 1, and then there is underscore again, and then your first name. Okay, so this is the common format. All you people rename yourself so that it will be easier for me to mark your attendance. Similar will be for TY, then underscore, then B, then underscore, then your 2-digit roll number, then underscore, and then your first name. All of you rename yourself. Vijay Bhosle, please rename yourself. First of all, I will take attendance of division A and then I will let you know absent numbers. 2, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, then 37, 39, 42, 44, 45, 46, 48, 51. Okay, so these are the numbers from division A. So absent numbers from division A are 1, 3, 4, 7, 9, 13, 15, 26, 34, 35, 36, 38, 40, 41, 43, 47, 49, and 50. These are absent numbers from division A. If anybody is present, you just let me know that you're present. If it is clear to you, then I will take attendance of division B now. 1, 3, 4. Then 5, 6, 8. 5, 6, 8. 9, 11, 13. 14, 15, 18. 19, 20, 21. 23, 25. 26, 27. 28, 30. 31, 32. 33, 34. 35, 36, 37. 38, 42. 43, 44. 45, 49.
43 present, sir.
50, 51. Okay, absent numbers. Yes.
43 present, sir. Division B.
Yes, 43 present. I'm just announcing absent numbers.
So 33 present.
33. Yes, you are also
42 present.
present. A42, you're present. You people try to pay attention. All you people are present. Okay, so once again, division B absent numbers I am just announcing. If your number is there in absent numbers, then tell me that you are present. Okay, roll number 2, 7, 10, 12, 16, 17, 22, 24, 29, then 39, 40, 41, 46, 47, 48. These are absent numbers from division B. If your number is there, then tell me that you are present. Is it clear to division B? Okay, all right. So I think that it is clear to you. Division A, it is also clear to you. So with this, we people are going to stop here. If you have any ideas, suggestions, we people will talk in next class. But what we people should do in next class? All you people just tell me. What we should take in next class? Immediately, so that we can close. Okay, so I'm getting suggestion that verbal ability. So should we begin with verbal ability section? If there are no responses, I'm going to begin with verbal ability. Okay, all right. So there are no responses. So we'll begin with verbal ability, Swati. So with this, should I end this meeting from both divisions? Okay, I will end this meeting for both divisions. Thank you for joining today. We'll continue with verbal ability questions.